folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Out here at the Avon Park Field, we're in Avon Park Aero Mileage Club. We're Club 4747 in the AMA. And we're going to be doing the maiden flight on the X-Fly C-17, what's it, the GLOBEMASTer, or I forget what the name was called. But anyways, the C-17, I know that. Let's take it up, have some fun with it. And this is the maiden flight. So the only thing I've done was taxi her in the driveway at my house to do a range test.
Those four motors are angry. They gonna bite.
All right. Timer set for 3.5 minutes for the first flight. Hopefully I can get more. I got a 3300 in there. I know my CG is good. All right. We're gonna take off in the
AS3X mode, trimming mode.
In my trimming mode, just to see how she's trimmed. Very different looking plane. All right, start the timer over.
Starting the party over.
All right. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Okay.
Take off flaps.
Take off flaps. And here we go.
Flaps up.
Definitely going to want to mix.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right. I think I'm okay on aileron. A little bit of down trim on the elevator, not too bad. Up. Got to do a decent amount of
Time remaining 2 minutes.
down elevator to hold inverted, but that's okay. All right. I think I got her trimmed now.
AS3X mode.
All right, she's gonna land kind of hot. So let me see about landing flaps when I start committing to the landing.
Landing flaps. Take flaps up. Time remaining 1 minute. Take off flaps. Flaps up. Landing flaps. "30 seconds.
All right. Definitely going to have to work some flap to elevator mix in there because she really wants to balloon. But very successful maiden.
The motor's at flaps up.
Alrighty, we had 10 seconds left on that flight on a 3.5 minute timer, and that was the maiden flight. Now this plane is a bottom loader, and she's filthy wet now. Oh, and my battery has moved. It moved forward, but the Velcro's hold it in place. So, all right. This is why I don't like belly loaders, but that's how they designed it. All right. Definitely gonna have to move that strap. Okay. 44% left, okay. So that's good. So that just tells me that 4 minutes will be fine on a 3300, okay? But where they have the factory strap in, you got to put the battery, you got to put the battery a lot farther forward than what they allow for the strap. So I'm going to have to do something, move that strap, somehow get it forward, and maybe make a slot or something in the wood. But there you go. That was still a successful flight of the C-17. Today's a bad day to maiden anything because of the cross breeze and a lot of wind that's up higher, so it's all turbulent. As far as I can tell, she's trimmed out now. But anyways, there you go. Still a successful maiden, back in one piece, and it's a good looking plane. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, we're going to take up, this is full disclosure, I just flew this just a second ago off camera to go ahead and get the trim and everything, finished getting the trim worked out and getting the flap settings worked out. And I think I got it, so now I can share all those settings with you, my AS3X and all that. I'll share that with you after the flight. Let's go ahead and get her up, and I think I got her trimmed out and ready to go. And let's see what she can do now. All right, got a...
Those 4 motors are angry. They gonna bite.
Here.
The motors are happy and quiet. Those 4 motors are angry. They gonna bite.
All right.
Take off flaps.
You turn around here. Any plane, once you get the trim and the CG and the balance all right, any plane flies good then. Or flies a whole lot better anyways. All right, start my time over.
Starting the party over.
All right. Now, I think I got these flaps set where we're going to give a nice scale takeoff. And this is a scale plane, so it needs to be flown scale.
Flaps up.
There we go.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right, let's get it turned around. We're going to land in the other direction.
Landing flaps.
All right.
Takeoff flaps.
Okay.
Flaps up.
Let's go a nice slow and low
Landing flaps.
flyby.
Time remaining 2 minutes. Flaps up.
Wind is definitely rocking her around. That great big rudder out there.
Landing flaps.
No surprise. Whoa, a little rambunctious there. You know what, we're landing from that direction. Let's take off from that direction. Tough little bird.
Flaps up.
All right, we'll do a no takeoff. No flap takeoff this time. Well, she got some speed and power for such a little plane.
Time remaining 1 minute. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Landing flaps. Flaps up. "30 seconds. Landing flaps.
All right. Definitely a rough and tumble landing, but dealing with that cross breeze and that great big rudder. If this wind was right down the runway either way, I guarantee you with this plane I could be doing some nice buttery landings.
Flaps up.
But dealing with crosswind landings is not my forte. I am working on it, but it's not a skill you learn in 1 or 2 flights. You've got to do a lot of practice. All right. Now, I told you I was going to go over my rates. I'm only going to go over the flap settings because that was not covered in the radio rates and radio rate CG and AS3X Plus video that is now out. So make sure you check that out. I'll put the link to these 2 flights to that one. But the one thing I've changed since that video is my flap settings, and I'm now happy with these flap settings. So flaps up are nothing, 0. Takeoff flaps are negative 60% with a 6% down elevator mix. Let's let you be able to see that. Okay.
Takeoff flaps.
That's takeoff, 6% down elevator, and landing is a negative 100% with a 22% down elevator mix. So that's 0,
Takeoff flaps.
negative 60 with a positive 60 down elevator,
Landing flaps.
negative 100 with a positive 2% down elevator mix.
Flaps up.
Alrighty, and I will tell you this, if you're going to take this plane out and maiden it, don't do it on a windy day, or at least don't do it on a day when you have a cross breeze. That big rudder, you pay for it.
The motors are happy and quiet.
The motors are happy and quiet. We had 16 seconds left on a 4-minute timer. That's the other thing I changed. Look how filthy this thing is. It's got grass and all kinds of stuff. The water dripping off of it. CG's 145 back from the leading edge of the wing. Now this is the first time, instead of the root, they want you to do it from, where these two, where the wing joins the two screw points, and go 145 back from there. And that puts it, well, you probably won't be able to see it, but it's 145 millimeters back. All right, now this is where I don't like a belly loader, but that's okay. Check the battery. Okay. And I don't know, 32%. I don't know if this covered, if I covered this. I showed the CG in the radio rates and CG video, but I didn't show you the battery placement. With a 3300 4S, I've got it all the way forward, and that strap as far forward as I can get, basically is right there, hold on to that end of the battery. I got Velcro underneath the rest of it, and that's where she gets good CG. You got it? So if you were to put a lighter battery in there, I don't know how you're going to have to rely strictly on the Velcro, because that strap isn't going to come back any further. And that does pretty good level CG right there. Okay. There you go. She's a good flying plane once you got her trimmed out and you got the CG worked out. She does not like cross breeze. That great big rudder, I know I've said this will be a third time, but there's a lot of wind for that rudder to catch, and that wind really makes her rock back and forth when she's coming in under a cross breeze. But take her out on a calm day, or a day where your wind is right down your runway or right down your landing strip, you're going to have a lot of fun with her. If you take her out on a crosswind day, you're going to have a little bit of work to do. All right, well, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good. That's technically 3 successful flights. The second flight was off camera, but the other 2 will be with the Maiden, and then this flight here. Y'all have a good, and God bless y'all. And don't forget, check out the unbox and build video, and then check out the radio rate CG and the AS3X settings and all that video, and then check out these 2 videos here. God bless y'all. God is good. And Banana Hobby, you got a good plane here. X-Fly, you got a winner. Y'all have a good. Bye-bye.